In the previous video, we have talked about Elizabethan age, how the Spanish Armada was defeated by the Queen and her Tilbury speech, and in today's video we will discuss the Jacobean period or the reign of King James I. After the death of Queen Elizabeth in 1603, there was no one to take the throne of England because, as we all know, that Queen Elizabeth was the Virgin Queen. She didn't marry, therefore she had no successor, she had no child. Then people of England chose the King of Scotland, James VI, to be their king. King James VI was the son of Mary, Queen of Scots. King James VI came in England and took the throne as King James I in 1603, and his reign in England lasted till 1625. Though there was no significant difference between the reign of James I and Elizabeth I, still we can find few little changes in the Jacobean era, where Elizabeth I was the Queen of England only. King James I was the king of both England and Scotland. On the other hand, Elizabethan era is regarded as the golden period. The same was not for Jacobean era. Although there was progress in various fields, the kingdom faced the problem of debt liabilities. King James I believed in the concept of divine right. Now, what is divine right? In European history, kings and queens believed that God gave them the rights to rule the people. They are the son of God. God sent them to rule the nation. And after the death of the king and queen, their son would be the next king and become the next son of God. So in short, we can say it was a form of government in which the power of king or queen is hereditary. And because of this divine right, we can see that after the death of King James I, his son Charles I became the King of England. Now let's talk about the historical events that happened in the Jacobean period. The very first event here we have in Jacobean period is the Gunpowder Plot. In 1606, a group of English Catholics led by Guy Fawkes attempted to blow up the House of Parliament. They attempted to blow up the British Parliament and tried to assassinate the king, but it was an unsuccessful attempt to kill James I. Sir Thomas Knivet, a justice of the peace, found Guy Fawkes inside a cellar of the Parliament building. Guy Fawkes was detained and nearly 2 tons of gunpowder were found hidden within the cellar. When Guy Fawkes was interrogated, he revealed that he was the part of an English Catholic conspiracy to destroy England's entire Protestant government, including King James I. Over a few months, lots of innocent Catholics were tortured and killed, and Guy Fawkes was hanged. In the remembrance of Gunpowder Plot, Guy Fawkes Day is still celebrated across the Great Britain every year on the 5th of November. The next important event we have in 1611, when the King James's version of Bible appeared. King James I came into conflict with the Puritans. Puritans were demanding a more democratic church in England without bishops. King James I not only rejected their demands but brought a new translated version of the Bible, which is known as King James Bible, and that influenced the English language and literature for a long time. Then we have 1616. This was the year when Bard of Avon William Shakespeare died and Ben Jonson became England's first poet laureate. In 1623, 7 years after the death of Shakespeare, the first folio of Shakespeare's work was published, which was edited by John Hemming and Henry Condell. Shakespeare was an active writer throughout James I's reign and produced some of his best plays, including Macbeth and The Tempest. Finally, it was March 27, 1625. King James I died and his son Charles I inherited the throne, and the Jacobean era came to an end with the death of King James I. So that's it for today guys. We will meet again in next video where I will discuss the Caroline age or the reign of Charles I. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy.